Here are 5 things that I wish somebody would have told me before I got my autism diagnosis. So hi, I'm Jade, I'm a private psychotherapist, I'm diagnosed autistic, and I run a place called Planet Pure, a place where I help autistic people begin to understand themselves rather than blame themselves. So number 1, I wish that they'd told me that understanding is not the same as healing. So getting an autism diagnosis can explain decades of confusion, but insight alone doesn't automatically undo things like burnout, trauma, shame, or years of masking, for example. An example of this is that you finally might understand why social events exhaust you, but you might still leave gatherings completely drained, because understanding your limits and learning to honour them are 2 completely different things. Number 2, grief and relief are normal, and you might experience one or both with a dash of imposter syndrome. So many people often feel relieved because they finally have answers that make sense, while simultaneously grieving the support, the understanding, or the lack of compassion or self-compassion that they didn't receive. An example of this is one moment you're thinking, my days, that makes everything, and I mean everything, makes sense. And then the next you're wondering, but what if I've got it wrong? What if they've got it wrong? And then you're almost going back through all of your memories with a completely new lens of understanding and noticing how much you spent your whole life blaming yourself for struggles that other people actually wasn't going through. Number 3, burnout is common when your needs have been chronically ignored. So many late diagnosed autistic people will reach diagnosis after years of pushing through really poor mental health, sensory overload, social exhaustion, and unrealistic expectations, and not realising the cost of that to them. So an example might be that you've worked full time, you're attending social events, and you're keeping up appearances, and you're looking fine, seemingly, on the outside, but then after diagnosis and awareness, your body is like, we can't pretend that we don't know anymore. And tasks that you used to be able to do become unmanageable and impossible if they cost your body too much. Number 4, your needs don't suddenly disappear without the right support and finding ways to live your life in a way that is true to your honest self. So discovering you're autistic doesn't suddenly remove your needs or doesn't suddenly meet your needs. It simply just gives you the opportunity to start recognising them and accommodating them. So an example of this might be you don't like loud environments and you go to a loud restaurant. But if you keep forcing yourself into that loud restaurant every weekend because everybody else enjoys them, your nervous system is still going to pay the price for that and will serve you the bill for it after. Number 5, your life might get harder before it gets easier because your body is in debt from all those years of being undiagnosed. So many people feel worse after their diagnosis because they've stopped overriding themselves and began to notice the sheer exhaustion that they are going through. So like I say, before diagnosis, you're pushing through everyone inside your body is giving you, because you think either nobody's struggling with this or everyone must be struggling with this and just doing better than I am. And then after diagnosis, you can finally see the cost, like it's undeniable, and then when you see it you can't unsee it, and that is the start of a really important journey. How many did you get?